Hello everybody, my name is Darkslayer from DarkslayerTV, bringing you some more StarCraft 2 action. And today, we have a replay sent in by a friend-fan, if I want to be so bold as to say so. However, we have dropped down from Masters League to the Gold League. So, let's see what kind of crazy shenanigans we can see today. Spawning up here at the top right of Star Station, once again, DarehMeyod. I say once again, not because DarehMeyod has spawned up here twice, but because we have been on this map three out of the 4 times I've casted since I've started casting again. This map is just, I don't know. It is a very popular map. Down here on the bottom left is our blue Terran, Marinerush. Now, we're going to have to keep our eye on this guy with a name like that. Who knows what kind of crazy cheeses we're going to see out of the door. Now, I don't want to sound like a broken record here, but we are on Star Station, so you know what that means. Reapers. So, with that barracks down, it won't surprise me if we see a gas go down any time here from Marinerush. Of course, this is Gold League. Maybe, just maybe, I'm giving him a tad bit too much credit. But then again, maybe not. Because DarehMeyod, God, I hope I'm saying that name right, because if I'm not, he is going to eat me alive, and I just know it. But anyways, because DarehMeyod, he was a Platinum Diamond player in Wings of Liberty, and I do believe at one point he was Diamond in Heart of the Swarm. I could be wrong, but I just have a feeling he was. I'm not sure. Maybe he took a break. I don't know. We'll just have to keep our eye on that. Regardless, we do have the drone over here pecking away at this supply depot, trying to get in there. Sadly, not going to be able to get in there and see what he needs to see. And just going for a very basic passive opening. Both players don't seem to be doing anything crazy. As you can see, Marinerush isn't even going to go ahead and take that gas. So no Reapers are going to be on the way here for Marinerush. And it wouldn't surprise me to see the command center go down here for him. There it is, right there on the low ground. Not even scared of any possible Ling all-ins or anything crazy. Which, by the way, did he even scout? Let me check this. No, he hasn't even scouted yet. Wow, this guy is going balls deep with this expansion. Building on the lower ground, hasn't even scouted. I mean, that... Oof. Could you imagine a Ling Baneling all in right now? Possibly a 7 Roach Rush? This guy would literally crumble under just no scouting information. He's going to go ahead and get the barracks up, though, and that's going to protect his hide just a little bit more than it already is. And I'm kind of curious to see the tech path that DarehMeyod's going to go, because I play Protoss, and the times that I fought against DarehMeyod is he liked the Roach Hydra composition. However, I mean, I did do a Zealot Void Ray crazy composition, so I mean, that might have been what forced it. I'm kind of curious, like, do compositions even exist in Gold League? I mean, from what I know of DarehMeyod, talking to him, he seems pretty smart when it comes to StarCraft 2. So, I'm expecting awfully standard play from him. Now, when it comes to Marinerush, over here, with his no scouting, going straight for the little natural expansion here, I don't know what to expect. He has 3 barracks up, no add-ons, and he's producing Marines out of all of them. I don't know that I necessarily agree with that, especially with no scouting information. If we go to his cam, which one is it? There it is. He finally has scouted, but look, he's only seen 1 of each hatchery, and that's absolutely it. But he's continuing to produce Marines. So, if you're a Terran, like I said, especially in the Gold League, feel free to use those scans. See what kind of tech they're going. See something. Don't continually blind units. It can really harm you in the future. And finally, he's going to get an add-on for possibly all 3 of these. 2 down. We have a tech lab, and we have 2 tech labs going down, and we're going to go ahead and start a factory as well. We'll have to see what he wants to use that factory for. If he wants to get siege tanks, hellbats, widow mines, possibly even just go straight for the medevacs, which I wouldn't suggest in the TVZ, but you never know. So over here in the Zergy base, tech path wise, we currently have speedlings on the way, which is no surprise there. And then we have a baneling nest and 2 evo chambers. I believe that's evo chamber. Yes, 2 evo chambers are on the way. So depending on the upgrades he chooses will depend on his tech path. But I would guess, by the way things are looking, he's going to go for a Speedling, Baneling, Mutalisk composition with a transition into Ultralisk later in the game. But other than that, both players being awfully passive at the moment. Double engineering base coming down from Marinerush. So both players going to be rather even on upgrades. And there we go. The melee upgrade has started for DarehMeyod. So he will be going for that Ling Baneling into Mutalisk, into Ultralisk composition. And it kind of blind... Well, I don't know if it blind counters, but it's a pretty strong counter to just Marine. He finally has a few Marauders on the field to soak some of those Baneling hits, but I don't know. That's a lot of Marines, and I would love to see some good Baneling hits. Zerglings are going to poke forward here, kind of see what they can see. Hopefully seeing that there are a bunch of Marines. Overlord does come in here, gets scouting information on the starport, the factory, the barracks, and a reactor here on the factory. Now, is he going to switch this out with the starport, or is he going to continue mine production? I'm kind of interested to see that. Oh, the Overlord is barely going to... no, it isn't going to escape. It is going to go ahead and explode. Marine poking out here to see what he can see, but sadly... Oh, is it going to get around the Marines, or Zerglings? It does. Oh, man. Oh, there we go. 1 8 and alive, and the other one is now attacking this Zergling, which should activate a chain response here. There it is. For the Lynx to come over here and eat that Marine as well. But, oh, Marinerush really wants that tower. He's like, you can't have it. He's sending his entire army to take this tower right now. And, oh, is Dario going to fight it? He is. Oh, no, he's going to pull away. He's going to run. Got about half of them alive. But in the end, Marinerush successfully steals the tower. Nice creep spread from DarehMeyod right now, getting that really far across the map. And there it is. The Spire is on the way, so Mutalisk will be incoming. He is on 3 bases, however, with the Mutas on the way, I'm surprised he doesn't have the 2 gases on the 3rd base. Hold on, let me go over to the units tab really fast here. He's up to 55 drones. I would like to see more at this stage in the game, especially so we can get 2 on those gases and really get that Mutalisk production going. Because as of right now, 3 Mutalisks aren't going to be that scary, possibly 4 depending on when he decides to make some. And there we go, 14 drones on the way, a huge round of drones here for our Zergy player. And finally, the Banelings have made it on the field, and I'm hoping to see some green Marine death animations. No offense to Marinerush, but when those Banelings get close to SCVs, get close to Marines, it is the most adrenaline-pumping, best thing in the world. Oh man, he does get a kill with that Zergling. Oh, Marinerush, your choice to surround it with your SCVs, including the hurt one, not your best one. So I'm a little bit curious here. Am I crazy? Or are a lot of Marines missing? And there they are. I found them. They're in a medevac drop coming up here to the main base of DarehMeyod. He did scout it with the Overlord, but the boost is there. Oh, he's not dropping as he's moving. He's going to drop it in one spot, and here we go. The Marines are pumping down onto the ground. Drones are going to start dying right and left. So far, he's killed 8 workers right there with those Marines. And a bunch of Zerglings now going to come up here and try to handle this, but they're in a great position. The Banelings are going to connect, and a bunch of Marines do go down. An entire medevac's worth of Marines were lost right there, but I would say it was worth it. But oh no, the Mutalisk are now on the field. He needs to stop dropping those Marines right now to do as much damage as they possibly can. Even going to boost and try to get out there. No, he needed to run with it. That was a bad idea to go ahead and drop right there, as only 3 Marines got out, and the medevac did go down, not doing much damage whatsoever. So in that situation, he definitely should have ran. Oh man, the drop did okay damage, but I think in the end, DarehMeyod definitely got ahead there, took the lead in that situation. Now, This is probably the best thing I've seen from Marinerush all game. That is a very cool setup here for his third base. It's nice and walled off. He has a small choke here and a small choke here. But honestly, that bunker's pretty well protected from any kind of Marines and Banelings. Even going to go ahead and pre-split his units. So Marinerush doing really good basic mechanics here just to keep himself alive. But the truth of the matter is it making his macro hurt? And it doesn't seem so. It seems like Marinerush is staying on top of macro as well. He does have a little bit of money, but, you know, nothing too major. Mutalisk are going to an aggressive position here by DarehMeyod, so aggression should be coming in here. Oh, but the turrets are everywhere. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm watching my cousin play, except that these ones didn't finish, and he's going to get a few SCV kills there, 4 or 5, if I'm not correct. Worker kill count is 7 to 8 right now, so pretty even from both players. And, oh my gosh, so many turrets. This is what it's like when I watch my cousin play. He even scouts the spire. He doesn't even scout a Mutalisk. He'll scout the spire, and his base will look like it's moving because of how many turrets he will build. It is ridiculous. I mean, this is roughly what it looks like, but, you know, times 7. And Marinerush looking like he wants to get a little bit aggressive, moving across the map. Now, Marinerush, if you're asking yourself, Darkslayer, Marinerush sees there's Lings, he sees there's Banelings. Why is he continuing to build Marauders and so few Marines? Well, to answer your question, he's doing it because if you build the Marauder, you don't need the siege tank. However, whenever you build this many Marauders and literally no Marines except for a small handful, this composition's not going to work. Depending on how many Lings and Banelings are on the field, which is a lot, Marinerush is going to be hurting very badly very soon. And it's not so much from the Banelings, it's more from just the massive amount of Lings and the very low DPS of the Marauder on single target like that, and it will literally just chew them alive. Now, DarehMeyod did try to engage right there, however, Marinerush deciding to back off there, but he's going to go ahead and go for it. Can he get the surround? He does! He has an excellent surround on the army right now, but he's picking it up with the medevacs. The Mutalisks do come in to engage. He's trying to go ahead and get as many of these as he can. Oh, but all of them do escape thanks to the boosters on the medevac. Oh man, that could have been bad for the Terran player, but he reacted quick enough to save his units' lives. And continuing to build a lot of Marauders. Now, if you're asking yourself, well, the siege tank does so much splash damage. I'm kind of confused as to why the Marauder can take its place. Well, the main goal of the siege tank isn't to do the splash damage. As well and as good as it does at it, the siege tank is to get rid of Banelings. When you have a siege tank, you're supposed to micro it to kill all the Banelings. But hold that thought as Marines are stimming forward onto these Mutalisks. One does go down, and a little bit of a slip up there by DarehMeyod, luckily catching it there right at the last second. But when you have that many Marauders in your composition, the Banelings are going to soak a lot of that as long as you can keep your Marines in the back and away from the Banelings. So, massive amounts of creep spread going across the map right now by DarehMeyod. I'm actually quite impressed by his ability to creep spread as well as he does. And once again, the Terran wanting to get all kinds of aggressive. He's sitting on 2-2 upgrades, but if we look at DarehMeyod, he is, where is he? He's also sitting on 2-2 upgrades. But the problem is, Marinerush's 3-3 is, wait for it, now finished. So, he has the 1-1 upgrade advantage, and DarehMeyod hasn't even started his 3-3. I don't know if it's a slip up, if possibly he forgot it, but this could get bad for him really quick. Depending on, I don't know, that amount of Marauders is a little bad. But here we go. The Marines are going to try to engage here. The Banelings are coming into contact with the Marines over on the bottom side here. A lot of Marines do go down, but the medevacs pick up the rest of the remaining units. And surprisingly, even with the pickup, he is losing a lot of Marauders right here. But, oh, the Mutalisks are here. They're going to start picking away at all the medevacs. One full medevac went down. Will he get any more? He's going to go ahead and unload behind this mineral line, which is perfect for Marinerush. And it looks like DarehMeyod may have to give up this expansion as it does go down here. However, this one Zergling is giving it hell to this command center. And since we're in Gold League, will he lift it? The world may never. Nope, he's just going to make it a PF. And the funny part is he had time to turn it into a PF. There's no way that Marine would have killed it. And here we go. The SCV is going to try to repair it. Oh, is the SCV going to go down? Ah! No, the SCV stays up. But in the meantime, more important things like Mutalisk dying are happening. And those Marines got quite a few Muta kills. So, sour about that. And here we go. He's going to continue the engagement here on DarehMeyod. I don't know if I necessarily agree whenever your force has gotten so small. And here we go. That is a lot of Banelings. The Zerglings getting excellent surround, excellent connect with the Banelings. All of this force is going to go down. He's not making the medevacs pick up this time. And the Mutalisk are here to start cleaning up these medevacs, but sadly that boost is going to make them get away, and these Muta just aren't going to be able to do the damage they need. However, the Zergling's now going to come down here and engage with these Marines. I don't know if I agree with it, as the PF is finished. And a lot of these units are going to go down, pretty much all of them, trying to take down this PF. The Mutalisk may get the kill, depending on if the SCVs get over there to repair it. SCVs! SCVs! Here they come. They're going for it. They're on full boost. Ah, and they do make it. And the PF will survive there. So, Tyrion player not looking too bad. He has the upgrade advantage. He has the upgrade advantage. He has the supply advantage. And DarehMeyod, how are you going to come back from this? Tons and tons of barracks production. And the thing is, I just looked at the production tab, and I think I figured out how DarehMeyod's going to come back. Now, run with me on this analogy. What gets louder as it gets smaller? You don't know? Well, then I'll tell you. Terran units being crushed by the claws or horns or whatever you want to call those of an Ultralisk. The more it pushes down on the poor Marine body, the louder he gets. And, oh, it just so happens 9 of them just made their way on the field. And this is what happens when Zerg Macro comes into effect. You're not doing the damage, you're not keeping the pressure up. They have lots of money. Their tier 3 units are very powerful. And now we're going to see what exactly happens. However, this is a terrible engagement, as that is a nice choke there by Marinerush. I would not have engaged there either. Good idea by DarehMeyod to pull back there. And 3-3 is about to finish, but chitinous plating has not been started yet. So these Ultras aren't going to be super tanky, but they will be on the same upgrades as this Terran bio. And the sad part is, now all these Marauders are going to come into play. He's going to go ahead and send these Ultralights in. I don't know if I agree, as they're all going to melt. He needed to keep those back. Oh no, all the Ultras just died there for free. And Marinerush doing a good job cleaning up all this creep. And Mutalisk going to go ahead and wrap around here and try to counterattack. And a nice idea here by Marinerush. He's only sending a few units forward here to make sure he doesn't get kind of like surrounded by Marines or Banelings. However, I don't know if I agree with that, necessarily landing right next to the Spine Crawler. But here we go, a bunch more Marines and Ultras have been created, and sending some Lings in, getting them killed. Gonna go ahead and build some Banelings here to see if he can break this Terran position. And looks like he might even lose another hatchery. Oh no! I just noticed all the Mutalisks died, those poor Muta. However, at this stage in the game, I think he was trying to get rid of them to free up some supply, get some more units on the field that are going to actually help him with this engagement. Here we go. Oh my god, the Banelings connect perfectly. A lot of Marines do go down, and now the Ultralisk are just going to clean this up. The Ultralisk are just going to start eating this army alive, and they're trying their best to get into the medevacs. However, not all of them do make it, and look at that. DarehMeyod with that macro, with those injects, now taking the supply advantage over Marinerush. And Marinerush is going to have to build more tech structures, as he has a bunch of money, and he's only building, well, he's building 10 Marines and 5 Marauders at a time, but regardless, it's not enough to keep up with the Zerg's economy right now. and chitinous planing now is over halfway finished. So in just a little bit longer, these Ultralisks are not going to be taking any shit from these Marines. They are going to start eating things alive, which is what I like to see. Ling's now going to go ahead and go down here and deny this expansion, which is good because the Terran player is only on 4 bases at 28 minutes in, and pretty soon these resources are going to start depleting fast, especially if you start dropping that many mules on it. You're going to get a big burst of income, but as you can see, the third mined out, the natural mined out, the main mined out, and this will only last you so long, especially with that many Marauders. In Marinerush, he's maxed out again, wanting to go ahead and get aggressive. And hold on, let me go to the units tab. Surprisingly, this isn't a lot of units for being maxed out, but the engagement is going on. And seeing that many Marauders, Marinerush isn't sure what exactly he wants to do. Trying to split right there, going to 3 different groups, however. A little bit of miss micro, and it wasn't the most perfect splitting, but splitting nonetheless. And neither player wanting to necessarily engage right now. They want to wait for the most perfect engagement, but they just don't know what to take or when to take it at the moment. As both players are near each other, the Marinerush going to go ahead and send a hit squad over here to the right-hand side to try to take out this base. I don't know if I necessarily agree with this idea whenever the entire maxed Zerg army is right here. And oh, the split of the Zerg army isn't going to work very well, as he does go ahead and get this group of units with this group just kind of handed to the Terran player for free. The Ultra is going to go ahead and engage right now, but those Marauders just feeling like absolute tanks right now. And the Ultra's chitinous plating is finished, and I think only 1 or 2 Ultras went down right there. And 14 Broodlords now on the way for DarehMeyod, and this may be the killing blow. Marauders, good versus Ultralisk. Marauders, absolutely dreadful versus Broodlords, as they can't even shoot at them. Spine Crawlers are going to go ahead and start trying to take out these Marines here, and with the addition of some Zerglings, they're going to do it. The stem here, and all the Ultralists trying to engage his Terran army, but not really getting away with it. And the Broodlords, here they come. The first set of Broodlings are being fired, and Marinerush wanting to get out of there. He knows he can't fight that army, but that should give DarehMeyod the red flag that he needs to go attack right now, or he's gonna wait for 11 infestors. That would make 11 infestors, 7 Ultralisks, and 14 Broodlords. What sounds scarier than that? I'll tell you what sounds scarier than that. Nothing. He's even gonna suicide these Ultras into this base just so he can get it killed. It's the only mining base. Oh, excuse me, he did take this base down here. But, oh, he might not get it, as the SCVs were pulled to go ahead and repair it. But I think he's just trying to suicide them so he can get some more units on the field. And as they die, 7 more infestors now on the way here for Marinerush. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the idea of more infestors. We will have more fungals and things of that nature. But, oh, Broodlord's kind of got out of position. But there's not really that many Marines on the field, and the fungals are absolutely fantastic, completely covering that entire army. And no, you can't lift units that are in the fungal. And the medevacs now even being fungal, throwing down some infested Terrans, trying to get as many as he can, some holding several units, and all these medevacs are going to go down. Very successful engagement there by DarehMeyod. Marinerush, even worse position than he was before. He doesn't have the units to take care of this army. DarehMeyod needs to attack now, though, as Viking production has started. However, there are some more Corruptors coming out on the field, but if he plans to make them into Broodlords, his anti-air is going to be very limited. He will be able to use fungal growths and infested Terrans, but, you know, relying on pure infested Terran and fungal micro alone is a bit scary. But oh, over here on the right hand side, excuse me for not paying attention, there is a base going down here. Marinerush getting one of those. However, a successful fungal on a big group of this bio, and they are all going to go down here. One Broodlord even losing, or one Marauder even losing to one single Broodling. And at this point, the Terran is throwing away units, like, and this isn't the time to be doing that. Now, dropping all over the map, I can agree with that. because Infestors and Broodlord's a very slow composition. But, I mean, I guess he is attacking multiple points at one time, but he needs to be careful with the units that he is throwing away, because if DarehMeyod decides that he just wants to go attack, this could get really bad really fast. Now the Vikings are over here, he's going to have to use Fungals and Infested Terran alone to take care of them. And this is what I was talking about. He has to have Corruptors with this army, and there we go. The Corruptors are now, and they're going to go ahead and start taking out those Vikings. Which he shouldn't have thrown away the Vikings yet. He should have massed up some more, and really use those Vikings instead of just throwing them away 2 at a time. Oh man, this game has been non-stop. My throat is killing me right now. So both armies, as you can see, Marauder production has completely stopped, and we went to pure Marines. Now, I don't want to say anything, but I'm sure you all know what happens when you fungal pure Marines. I also bet you know what happens if Banelings are added to the composition. And Marinerush is kind of getting countered right now. The Broodlings are going to start eating away at all these Marines, especially with the fungal down. He is losing quite a few Broodlords right here, but the amount of Marines dying is absolutely absurd. Fungals on everything, Broodlings eating everything, and now the Broodlings are just going to pick away at this planetary fortress, reducing the Terran's income even more. There's no way the SCVs can repair through all that damage, and the supplies are looking really bad here. Marinerush, with a handful of Marines left and a couple Vikings. I don't know if he can hold on here. This looks like the death ball coming in from the Zerg that's going to end this game. Excuse me. And a defensive planetary fortress. It's been a while since I've seen one of those. And, you know, I gave credit to him for this bunker, but he doesn't have anything in it. Ah, man, I'm disappointed. Regardless, the Vikings are picking away all these Corruptors right now. And that's a lot of Vikings, but that's also a lot of Zerglings. If he can keep the Zerglings alive, then he'll have a chance here to end the game. But if he doesn't, the Vikings are slowly going to pick everything away unless these Infestors can keep the Vikings at bay. And he's doing a pretty good job at it so far. And the slow Broodlord, oh my god, the slow Broodlord attack is advancing. Fungal's going down on these Marines, and they're just dying rapidly. 15 Marine production at a time, but it's just not enough. They're going to be walking into a meat grinder, and this Zerg force is looking damn near impossible. Excellent Fungals on these Vikings, excellent Infested Terran placement. All the Vikings do go down, and Broodlords, good unit, man. Good unit in Wings of Liberty, still good unit in Heart of the Swarm. GG by Marinerush, GG by DarehMeyod. And the Terran player did go down here. This has been Darkslayer, signing out.